USA Basketball Camp, NBA Draft Prospects for 2026 and beyond. The annual USA Basketball Junior National Team Minicamp saw 76 of the top high school players assemble in Colorado Springs, Colorado, this past weekend, and it was an event that was heavily watched by NBA scouts and executives. The depth of talent and competitive nature of the drills and scrimmages during the three-day event created an intense atmosphere, with players ranging in age from 14 to 19 attempting to position themselves for coveted FIBA event roster spots, future camp invites, and a ticket to participate in the Nike Hoop Summit in April. This year's event wasn't as top-heavy with ranked players as previous iterations, with the top 6 prospects of ESPN's class of 2025 and 8 of the top 10, all declining invites, as well as 3 of the top 6 eligible recruits from the class of 2026 not present. Like college, the world of high school basketball has undergone significant change in recent years, and USA Basketball is still trying to find its footing. Players have more places to showcase their talents, with more games on television or streaming services and social media providing a significant platform. Also, there are new leagues and pathways in place for players, such as the EYBL Scholastic League, the Grind Session and Overtime Elite, which was well represented this past weekend, allowing more opportunities to display their skills. This has all created more revenue streams and nil opportunities that didn't exist in recent years, as well as a much more crowded schedule for players. Despite those challenges, USA Basketball is considered the gold standard of scouting platforms, with an alumni list dotted with NBA All-Stars and Basketball Hall of Famers, including LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and many more. This is why the gym was packed every day with prominent stakeholders from around the country, including representatives from nearly all 30 NBA teams. That allowed for lesser-known prospects to take advantage of the USA Basketball platform and begin to build their candidacy as 2026 NBA draft prospects, including the number 1 ranked center, Chris Cenac Jr., and the number 1 ranked point guard, Darius Acuff. More players of note in the 2026 ESPN 60 include California-based wings Nicholas Kamenia, Brandon McCoy, and Christian Collins. Let's take a look at those players and recruits who dropped significant glimpses of potential as members of the 2027 and 2028 high school classes, setting themselves up to be heavily scouted in coming years. Similar to previous USA Basketball camps, Acuff, who recently committed to play for the Arkansas Razorbacks and coach John Calipari, did whatever he wanted with the ball in his hands. The nearly 6'3" Detroit product is a significant scoring and passing talent for whom the game clearly comes naturally, with tremendous ball-handling ability and shot-making prowess that makes him difficult to contain. He got into the paint at will all weekend, driving in both directions using an array of crossovers and hesitation moves, dishing to teammates off the dribble and finishing off the glass with outstanding touch. Acuff's willingness to create for others looked much improved. NBA representatives sitting courtside compared Acuff to Dillingham, the former Kentucky Wildcats guard who emerged as a top 10 draft pick last season despite a lack of great size or length for a point guard and showing little urgency on defense. There's no denying his talent with the ball, and he appears set to make a significant impact in college if his USA Basketball performance was any indication. Cenac's profile has risen sharply recently, going from unranked 18 months ago to a top 10 recruit according to most recruiting outlets. That process is far from complete, it appears, as the Louisiana big man seems to have made significant strides even since the summer, when he won a gold medal with USA Basketball at the FIBA U17 World Cup in Istanbul. Cenac's measurements at this camp were eye-popping, standing just under 6'11" in shoes, with big hands, a wingspan over 7'4", and a 232-pound frame with room to add bulk. Cenac's skill level looked impressive as well, be it pushing off the defensive glass, creating his own shot in the half-court, finding teammates with intelligent passes, making three-pointers in a variety of ways and finishing out of pick-and-roll with excellent footwork and touch. He has versatility defensively switching and sliding on the perimeter, and is fluid through his hips with the mobility to go out of his area for steals or blocks. There aren't many things Cenac can't do on the court. Finding another notch with his physicality, intensity and consistency are the next steps in his development, as his decision-making is still a work in progress and he doesn't always know his limitations. Skilled, long-armed, versatile big men in this mold who can score and defend inside and out are what every NBA general manager